I am a collector. I kinda collect everything, from comic books to video games, and most importantly, cardboard. I'm just kidding. Most importantly, trading cards. Even if I don't play the game, if they have rare and intricate designs, I'm always hooked. And Elestrals is no different. Ever since they were announced, I've loved their rarity systems and things like Stellars and Full Arts, and each unique design every Elestral has. Hello everyone, my name's Anthony, and welcome to Nexus Elestrals. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my fairly cool Elestrals collection that I have gathered ever since Elestrals was announced in 2022. I do have to say, for the amount of things I've actually gotten my hands on, because again, I don't have my Kickstarter yet, it's pretty respectable. Let's get into it. With all that being said, here we are. Now, if you've watched my past 3 videos, you've learned a bit more about my channel, what I've done so far, things like that. So if you haven't gone and seen that, press pause on the video, open another tab, and go and watch those videos. They're really, really good, and will give you a bit of insight into this right here, because on screen now you are seeing what my card opening setup looks like. Now, I explained in my live stream sneak peek video where I kind of showed off my streaming setup. This is where I'm going to be opening cards, and this is where I'm going to be doing most of my showcasing when I need to do things, because I have an above head camera here that will allow me to do so, and a remote that will allow me to control it. So for today's video, I was like, you know what, might as well use it. So let's get right on into it. Now, I said that I was going to be showing off what I have so far. Anybody who's gotten Kickstarter, even if it was one starter deck, it is going to look more impressive than what I have, because I have only been able to get my hands on things I've won from giveaways, or things that I bought that have been already delivered. And the only thing that has happened like that were prototype starter decks, which we got right before the Kickstarter released. So that's what I'm going to be showing off, because that's kind of all I have. So the first things that I want to show off are my memorabilia or collectibles of the prototype starter deck boxes, because looking at the Kickstarter ones, they have changed drastically. So this is what a box looks like, and if you actually compare it to what they are now, it is night and day. The ones now are beautiful, they're put together 10 times better, but for the actual timeline that A-Drive and the Elestrals team had to get these out to us, it is kind of crazy they were able to put such a good product together that actually held up for all this time that I've had them. So we had the decks like Imperial, which was the Thunder deck, and it always has some information on the back. Each deck came with 72 cards, and it gave some links to how to play and where to access all the information on them. So we have the Imperial starter deck. For Earth, we had the Centaur starter deck, same thing on the back. For Fire, we had Trifernal. They all have the same things on the back. For Water, we had Majesty. But the thing that's the biggest change out of these starter decks is what the Wind starter deck is. Now, if you've been keeping up with Elestrals now, we know that the Wind starter deck, or the Wind's mascot, I like to say, is Pantera. But back in the day when prototypes were just being released, we didn't even know who Pantera was. So Stratomoth was the person that was representing the Wind Elestrals as their I like to call them mascots or bosses or icons. So it's pretty cool to see how things have evolved since then, and I do agree Pantera is a way better mascot for Wind. He's way cooler, and I think that he's more of your Charizard looking type of thing. So Stratomoth, cool bug, I like him, but Pantera takes the cake for me. So these are all the different starter deck boxes. Now with this, we got this cool little, I like to call postcard. And the reason is because it had a really, really nice writing on it, thanking us for helping with the Elestrals and funding the Elestrals. And then it also gave us a bit of information and insight on its history and how it came to be, along with the most epic thing out of it all being this A-Drive signature, which I gotta say, I'm framing this when I get my shelves together, and it's so awesome to have. And then on the back, it is just a little bit of a picture of the infographic / marketing looking thing for the starter decks, which you could see on the Elestrals website when you went to go and purchase them. Really, really cool. We're gonna put this over here as well. Now we get into the actual part of what this video is, me showing off my Elestrals. So as you can see in this corner, I have a couple stacks of Elestrals, and each Elestral I have put in a double sleeve. So I've done a little, I'll take this one out. I've put it in a plastic sleeve on the inside. Sorry, I'm struggling with this. So I put everything in a plastic sleeve here to stop it from collecting dust. And then I put it in this hardcover here. So then it is protected by like the harsh conditions. So that is what I'm going to be doing for like every master set card that I'm getting. So if you don't know what a master set is, basically it is a set of cards that has every single card that's ever been produced in it. Now, I'm not going to try to be collecting every single stellar because they're like 1 in every 36 boxes, and I'm only actually getting 6 boxes, but I'm hoping to get every single full art and things like that. We can always pray for a god pack, right? So anyways, but I put these prototype cards in these containers because this is part of the master set for the prototype cards. So I'm not going to read out every single card, but I'm just going to go through these so then you can see that I actually have the cards. And the cool thing about it is during the prototype phase, we didn't even know every single card that was going to be a part of the founder set. So cards like Drataya, though they have an ascension in the prototypes, they were just themselves. So it's kind of cool to see the evolution through time and all these cards that they actually did give us. You can also, if you were to really read into things, some of the effects have been reworded or changed. I don't really know that much though, because I'm not really that big into PvP, so I haven't been paying attention to that. But other than that, most of it is the same, just add-ons have happened since the prototype phase. So we got all of these cards here, which I'll put down. And yeah, again, I've boxed up every single card here, and I'm going to keep it like that even for the Kickstarter. I have loads of top loaders and plastic sleeves on my shelving that I'm going to use just to keep all my cards protected and safe. But yes, so all these cards are really, really awesome. Again, this is nothing compared to what some of your guys' Kickstarter orders are probably looking like, but it's very special to me to kind of show you where I came from, what I had pre-Kickstarter, and what basically every single Elestrals fan was hyped for before they announced the awesome Kickstarter that they ended up doing. I also have all the different runes boxed up as well, not just Elestrals, but runes as well. And again, there was way more cards than this out of the Kickstarter, out of these prototype starter decks, but I have them just in a cardboard box because they're just all duplicates, and I only really want to keep protected one of each card because the other ones I want to actually play with. So yeah, these are all the runes here. And then probably the most important cards and the rarest cards are these 3 cards here, and that's because these were unique to only me. There could have been other people that got it, but these are kind of unique to only prototype buyers and things like that. So the first card here, Celebration Nimbug. Anybody who bought at least one prototype starter deck got this Celebration Nimbug. It basically just has an extra piece of text saying thank you for being one of the first to play Elestrals. Really sick. It's holographic. And yeah, really cool. The next thing was each person that bought a prototype starter deck got 1 card out of A Drive's personal collection. So I was one that got a Holo Majesty. Now there was Stellars and Full Arts in rotation as well, but most people just got a basic card like this, but it's sick nonetheless because it has this little prototype gear showing that it was part of the prototype phase. And this is the rarest card I have, and it's because I won it from a giveaway. Now if you haven't watched my past 3 videos, go and check them out because I did mention this is why Vipyro is my favorite, but yeah, it is a holographic prototype Vipyro that I won from a giveaway on screen, and there's only like 5 or 6 of them in existence, so it's a very, very rare card and near and dear to me. And that's basically it. These are kind of all of the cards and pieces of memorabilia I have so far. Again, once I get Kickstarter, that's going to be through the roof with cards. I'm going to have boxes galore, but for right now, it's really special to me, and though it doesn't look like much, it's kind of a piece of nostalgia from when Elestrals was first announced. It's crazy to think about that these starter decks came out almost a year ago. It feels almost like yesterday that I heard the knock on my door and the package was on my porch. But it's just awesome to see how much of a stepping stone these prototype starter decks were into making modern day Elestrals. If you'd like this video, I had 3 videos that I posted prior to this one, so if you haven't seen them, go and check them out. If you want to see more than that though, please hit the like button and the subscribe button so then it shows me y'all are loving the content. It's not required, but it's always enjoyed. Without further ado though, I'm gonna head on out of here. This is Anthony, nexusing off the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.